Hello? My microphone's always playing up. I'm not gonna talk loud. Quiet, everyone. Stay quiet. Left ear mic. Oh, sorry. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Oh, Ludo. Ludo wants food. Is that better?
Despite immense sacrifice, we could not
Thanks to
defend
the
the planetary
CCS, we
stronghold.
can determine exactly
But we
which
cannot
citizens
give up.
are the
It is
most
in the
equal.
darkest night
Continue
that
your
that
war
torch of
efforts,
liberty
and one day
shines
you too could reach Class A citizenship.
Be quiet
The
because my baby's trying to catch up and sleep right now before she goes on a trip.
optimized.
She needs her sleep so she can drive the car properly. So we're not going to be loud. It's going to be a weird Helldivers stream where I'm going to talk at this volume. I'm going to try not to get excited. Very calm Helldivers stream. I'm going to do one Helldivers op, and I'm going to play some BMOD Freelancer afterwards, is the plan. That's the plan. And of course, any of you are welcome to join me in either game, though you can only get 3 of you at a time, obviously, in Helldivers, and usually people spam those spots real quick. I'll turn myself on Steam Online in a second so you can try to get in. But you know, Freelancer BMOD, hey, I think we have like 30 player slots or something. Hey, everybody's free to join me in that sweet game. Everyone, hey. It's really easy to install, guys. Anyway, I'll worry about that afterwards. For now, we also have the new Polar Patriots to try out. People hate this. No, that's a strong word. I just know that they did a poll. This Warbond was not well received because it's yet another Warbond, is my understanding, where the weapons kind of suck or aren't that cool. And like stuff didn't work on release, and as all their other Warbonds. And there's been some nerfs since last time I played as well, where like the Eruptor got nerfed and stuff. And for those of you who don't know, there's been like a big. So first it was the Sony debacle. That resolved peacefully thanks to excellent Union striking work, basically, from the Helldivers. But this week's drama for Helldivers, there's always one every week. This week's drama for Helldivers 2 is that people have finally kind of cracked the shits of the balancing of how a lot of the weapons kind of suck shit, and how when they're good, usually they get reined in to be worse fairly quickly. The sickle still survives for some fucking reason. But, like, the Eruptor, yeah, like, a lot of stuff has changed. The Eruptor was meant to be a bug fix, but it turned out to make it really bad. And just in general, Freeman says, crap weapons and nerfing other weapons, the ammo economy and shooting on solos along with song shenanigans, maybe you get a refund after 90 hours to Thanksgiving. That's a really good fucking refund. Oh, you mean Sony shenanigans? Yeah, that's why they would have given it to you, because of the Sony shenanigans, yeah. Yeah, they've also done this thing, apparently, where they made it so that more enemies spawn if there's less of you in the group, which I assumed when I read it meant, like, oh, compared to before, like, as a solo, you know, 50% enemies spawned, and now as a solo, 75% enemies spawned or something. I assumed that would be what would make sense. But in practice, people were complaining, I don't know if it was a bug, but people were complaining, like, no, actually, like, there's more spawns the less of you are in the lobby, which is fucking insane, and I still assume it has to be some kind of bug, because, like, why would you do that? Freeman says, 27% more patrols in action, if I remember. Yeah, that's ridiculously stupid. And it either has to be a bug, or someone decided they didn't want you to play solo. I don't get it. Like, someone was upset that you could solo the game, but I wouldn't assume that. It seems like a bug. That just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it was a confusing patch on either way. Like, even if I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt there and assume that it wasn't intended, which I'm doing here, even if the patch note was still written in a way that implied otherwise, and that is a bad patch note to write, because, like, what the hell? Zora says, supposedly it was a small change to patrols, but it seems like it's bugged out or something. Yeah, so I don't know why they did that, but I'll assume it's a bug. So yeah, basically, people are cracking the shits, and it got so bad, the reception to this warband, I think, just people bitching about it and being like, God, these guns suck. Because the Tenderizer is basically the poster child of why people are mad. It basically got so bad that they actually put up a poll, like they put up a poll for the community in the Helldivers Discord being like, what do you think of this latest Warbond? And if I go check it right now, I don't think it was looking good when I looked at it last time. I voted on it as well. Player polls is out of, what do you think of polar patriots so far? 4% of people say it's great. 12% says it's okay, but I want more stuff in each warbond. 27% said it's okay, but I'd like fewer warbonds and more patches. I voted for that. 14% said it's okay, but the items don't fit the theme for me. And 42% of people said I don't like it. I agree. I think that Helldivers 2 honestly launched in a surprisingly good state, to my taste. I was quite surprised by, like, how well it launched. Like, tech issues, yes. But I mean, like, in terms of, like, content and balance, it felt good. I was really surprised. Like, it wasn't, like, missing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, okay, early access, and, you know, we'll get the rest of the game in later. You know, that said, they haven't got the Illuminates in. Like, but what was there felt like a full game. I was surprised by that compared to most games. However, I was expecting them to get a handle on the balance issues quicker. Basically, when the game first came out, and I said this on stream, I was like, okay, like, you know, a lot of these primaries need some love. And I was expecting them to probably get around to balancing that within, you know, a month, maximum. You know, and then in practice, I think what's happened is that they have just had so much shit come up, and I have not felt like the devs have managed to get a handle on the pace since the game launched. I feel like they've always been playing catch-up. Now, I, at first, assumed that their relentless pace for warbonds would be fine, because it seemed like they pre-built all this content to be released. It seemed like, okay, they've got it done in the can, and they're just going to trot it out, like, you know, like on YouTube when you make videos and you just release them on a schedule over, like, a month, right? It's like, okay, it's all done, it's fine, you know. And I don't think that's actually the case in hindsight now, looking back over how, I think 3 months since the game came out, something like that. There are still these glaring issues from release that have not been addressed yet. And it feels like every time they fix an issue, they don't have time to test it properly, so half the time the fix doesn't even work, and they definitely don't seem to have the time to balance test things, and it just feels like they are, like, gasping to get, like, fixes in for core problems even 3 months ago. Yeah, Spear is exactly what I thought of, Lloydboy. The Spear is still unusable 3 months after release, which, you know, really sucks. They just apparently fixed the dot problem last week, you know what I mean? Like, and I think they just patched the DCS and the CS recently as well. But, you know, it kind of sucks because of, like, a lot of primaries people really like. They've also been nerfed, you know, when they were becoming popular, like the Slugger and stuff, the Punisher, I think. But at this point, I kind of am walking back back when the game launched in the first month, I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, they've clearly got all this stuff saved up, so I can see how they're going to hit that pace of a warband every month. At this point, in hindsight, I actually don't give them as much confidence, because, I mean, it launched with Steel Veterans, and there's some, like, cool, unique shit in this. Like, you got the Dominator. This thing sucked forever because of the flame bug, unfortunately, and this thing kind of sucks. So I guess even here, like, and this sucked for ages. Even here, they kind of had the same problem of, like, this was all kind of bad, except the Dommy, but the Dommy got buffed. Still, like, tons of just, like, the base. Well, maybe not tons, I guess, now, but there's still, like, problems with the balance of the base guns a little bit to me. But they're not big. You got Cutting Edge, where, you know, why the fuck would you use this? But the Sickle's really good. Punisher Plaza's pretty good. A lot of the boosters just are stupidly bad. Like, why would you buy, what is it, like 5-10 seconds off your extraction for a slot? The Thermite, I think, still just is worthless, even with the dot fix. It's like 3 of these to kill a charger or something. You know, like, there's a lot of stuff like this where I think, I don't know what this is now, like, I think they just all feel very unsatisfying. They also can't really, like, provide unique armor buffs, it seems. It seems like the first Warbond, Cutting Edge, not the first one, I guess. They brought in, like, this unique thing of the arc stuff, and I think people were probably expecting future Warbonds to bring that in, but unfortunately, they're all, after that, they've all just continued to be, like, stuff we already have, so they're just kind of, like, different cosmetics, and maybe different combos of stats and the buff. But, I think in general, it's really starting to feel like, why do they need to do so many Warbonds? Obviously, you know, part of it is, you know, this is their monetization, this is how they make money to keep developing the game without scaling back, is because you buy this, it's like a subscription. Basically, you're subscribing to the game every month, you buy one of these. You know, you're paying like a WoW sub. But yeah, Zarkle says the crossbow is really fun at launch for chaff clear, and then they basically move the AoE. Yeah, it seems like they've got some really big issues which are fucking shooting this system in the foot, because this system can work, but it seems like, to me, it seems like the two major issues they have with making this work is, one, they're really not good at balancing weapons against each other, and two, whoever is in charge of the balancing, not only do I not think they're very good at balancing weapons against each other, but they also have this, like, approach to balancing where, like, things can't be fun. Like, they are, and I've spoken on the railgun thing, like, I think it was good the railgun got nerfed, but then in hindsight, you know, was the railgun nerf, you know, maybe I should change my opinion on that. Maybe the railgun nerf was more related to the PlayStation bug, and it wasn't the railgun's fault at all. Either way, you know, the railgun nerf felt good at the time, but it does feel like, as a pattern, other weapons which weren't as egregiously a problem like the railgun seemed to be at the time, also get, you know, you stick your head out as a weapon and you get it chopped off, except the sickle for some fucking reason, which is still incredible. I don't know why the sickle has never really been nerfed. It's weird. But yeah, like, it just seems, that combo seems to go together really badly, where, you know, the first one that came out, I was, like, really excited, like, whoa! And then kind of progressively, each one after, I'm just like, you get the Polar Patriots, and I think that's why they put the poll up. I think that's why the community's look on these Warbunds is soured, if it falls in line with my kind of pace for this as well, where this one was coming, I was just like, who really cares, you know, like, and so I said the Tenderizer is such a great example of this. Rather than me talking about this for another 20 minutes, let's just look at the Tenderizer, which is, it kind of sums up every problem they're having right now, is the Tenderizer has 60 damage, 35 capacity, 10 recoil, and 600 fire rate, and it's light armor penetrating. Now, unless they've changed this since I first looked at it, we have the AR-23 Liberator, which has 60 damage, 45 capacity, 15 recoil, 640 fire rate, light armor penetrating. And then we have the Tenderizer, which has 10 less bullets and 40 less fire rate for 5 less recoil. On a gun that already has, like, almost no recoil. It's also listed as meant to be, like, more stopping power for its less ammo. And it actually kind of sums up everything I think is going wrong for them with how they're kind of losing the community and me on this, is people are pointing out that this weapon also doesn't get its full magazines back from supply drops. And people pointed out that because of that, all the other weapons get that now. People are pointing out that this weapon was likely made and launched from like a state that was done in like a while ago, pre the patch that came out recently that made all weapons get their full supply boxes back. Average the Deagle, yeah. So basically, these guns were finished, like, you know, or not finished, but these guns that have been launched today are coming from a state where they were last basically tested or done on patches from quite a while back, where that change was made, where all primaries get full ammo back from supply boxes now. You know what I mean? And it kind of sums up all their problems in that sense, is not only, even if it had extra 10 damage or whatever, because that's the other thing, is you can also tell it's from a previous patch, because the Liberator recently got buffed to have, like, 10 or 15 more damage, and so before that happened, this rifle, yes, would have had a little bit more damage, more stopping power, but they haven't updated it for that new patch that happened a week or two ago, so they just launched it like this, and now it's got the exact same damage as a gun that has more ammo in it, which, you know, people are pointing out, yeah, that's probably not intended. So, yeah, Freeman says they tweeted guns have like 21 hidden stats, unhide them then. Yeah, also, I don't think, yeah, like, unless they change the actual simple stats that much. Like, I know they have, like, different levels of armor pen, and, like, there's different spots in the targets or something, but really all we have the room in our brains to care about, or all I have the room in my brain to care about as a player of this game, even at Helldive level, is, like, basic shit, like, how much DPS am I doing, really? I can't care about all the other stuff. I only care about it in terms of, like, how it impacts the damage. But yeah, Parker Boy says amazing how much easier it was to not be pessimistic about this kind of stuff before they pissed away all their goodwill overnight. See, for me, it's not that. But yes, I think the community overall, they definitely, it's unfortunate, but they burned the shit out of their goodwill. The Sony thing was unfortunate. I think also before that, though, like, I think the tantrum the community did over the railgun was just completely disgusting and not really justifiable. But I do think that, not counting that insane reaction, I think over the game's launch months, I can see how, as a separate issue, the constant kind of, like, unfun approach to balancing and incompetent approach to balancing has definitely burned through people's patience in terms of, like, okay, like, when are you gonna, like, actually get a handle on this shit? Because it just doesn't feel like they have a cohesive approach to balancing it
Everything
all
by the
with their
numbers.
weapons. It kind of just feels like somebody makes a gun. Like, if I was to guess, I would say, like, the person who brought us the sickle is not the same person who brought us the tenderizer. Because the sickle is a light machine gun, and you can use it as a primary, and nobody seems to notice that before the gun comes out. Like, why can you shoot this gun for so many more bullets than the Liberator? Why? Why is it a machine gun? You know? And stuff like that. Just, it doesn't feel like they have like a cohesive, like someone's in charge of balancing, or they have like a spreadsheet to compare the guns when they, it just feels like, okay, I made a gun, you know, let's launch it. Anyway, but yeah, for me, it's not really like a problem of goodwill. I still think the company's like, from what I see of them, and certainly the CEO has earned a lot of goodwill from the community, I still think the company is like an impressive company who's made an incredibly good game and seems to have a good moral approach to making it and maintaining it. But they are showing a bit of fucking dysfunction. It's less goodwill eroded for me and more just that, you know, at a certain point, patience runs out for like, oh, they'll get to that, they'll get to that, they'll get to that. Okay, it's 3 months ago, they still haven't got to that, this is a problem. And at this point, 3 months in, when they seem to be pulled in every which different direction, that's why I voted like, yeah, you guys probably need to like stop doing monthly war bonds, because they don't seem to have time to fix stuff that really should have been fixed a while ago now. And I think until they can batten down the hatches and like fix that stuff, it's just compounding the problem. And the game looks less and less polished as you go on, because they just keep throwing new, unpolished, unbalanced, unsatisfying content onto, in my opinion, an armory that already was having that problem from launch. But I was like, oh, they'll get to that. But instead, they haven't got to that, because they've been too busy throwing on new shit that it also needs that help now. And now you have like 3 times the guns, and they all still need rebalancing. So that's my opinion on the state of Helldivers 2 today. I really hope, you know, they've got to monetize it, they've got to keep money coming in to keep the development going. I really hope that they get a handle on this, because I know their CEO has been saying basically, and has been doing, basically he's been hearing the community and has been having meetings and stuff, trying to, supposedly, trying to get a handle on the balancing and get a new approach to it. Which is good, because someone really needed to look at this, and it felt like nobody like had time. It felt like everyone had their hair on fire and nobody was really looking at it or giving a shit. I do hope that they are going to prioritize this more, and I hope they're starting to see that this isn't a thing they can put off forever. Like, you do need to balance your game eventually. As much as people can say as much as they want, like, oh, just play the game's just fun. But, like, whether you're a meta sweatlord or not, even if just on a subconscious level, you're gonna notice if the game isn't well balanced. You are gonna notice. You know, there's only so many players who can just pick up a gun and be like, haha, cool, for, like, the rest of their lives. Like, eventually, as you get more experience of a game and the shine wears off, you're going to start to notice these things more, and they're going to, even if just subconsciously, even if it's just your brain notices it, even if you don't, you're going to start to have a bad time feeling like, man, like, 90% of the guns in this game I don't even want to use. Why is that? Anyway. Taco says, I think the problem is that the devs mean well but can't keep up with expectations, while at the same time the community is too impatient over every little change. That's part of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of it, absolutely, is like, they've clearly been, like, blindsided by the amount of success of the game, and, you know, I've had patience the whole time, I still do, but this is starting to become a problem. I'm not saying, like, Helldivers, you know, oh, fuck Helldivers, but I am saying to you today, at the 3-month mark I think we're at now, this is becoming a problem. They need to start addressing this, because it's like just throwing, like, piss bottles in the back of your room. Like, they just keep throwing piss bottles in the back of their room, and they keep, they can't get away for it for much longer, in my opinion. Like, they keep pissing in new bottles, and people don't really like the piss right now, and they keep throwing the piss bottles in the back, new piss bottle next month. They cannot do that. I love the game. They need to start taking this really seriously, in my opinion, and balance what they've already got. What an odd analogy. I'm very sorry that my brain pulled that.
Helldiver, a second galactic war is upon us. The bugs and bots both menace democracy's heart.
It's getting worse. Like, they need to get a handle on this. I'm going to turn myself online on Steam Friends. I'm going to do one op, and then we're going to play some BMOD. So, if you want to play with me, I'm online on Steam. You can join me right now. It's first come, first served, and people are fucking sweaty to get in with me usually. So, jump in if you want to jump in with me right now. Otherwise, Chinatown Speed Bump, Evil Guy, and Brit are all about to take those 3 spots in about a minute, I think. If not, there's room for others of you to join, but usually that's how it goes on Helldivers weekends. Brit says I'm at work, so not me, there you go. Freeman says, now if you said poop buckets, I've been able to relate, you know, but Pete, oh man. Oh, poop buckets is just way more disgusting to me. Yeah, I love the game, I just really hope they prioritize this. I really do. Failed. I've talked about this before.
Every moment we ruminate, another family is torn limb
I've
from
been playing.
limb.
I haven't played
must
Helldivers for
strike.
probably 2 weeks. Because we didn't play it last weekend because I wasn't there for Helldivers Day. And then I'm probably only going to play one up of it today and then go with the Freelancer. I've been quite out of touch with the game. I still love it, but like, yeah, anti-tank mine's delayed because we failed again, unfortunately. But ever since we beat the bots on that Western Front, I haven't really been in tune with the Galactic War. I'm talking quietly to not wake my wife up, Banter. The automatons have invaded large swaths of our territory. The TCS has failed, and the Meridian super colony spews ever larger quantities of terminates across the galaxy. Liberty is under greater threat than ever before. Oh, there's super colonies over here, by the way. I had a dream about Helldivers that like they were kidnapping colonists and like turning them into bugs. It was fucked up. Anyway, in response to the situation, the government of Super Earth had officially declared war on all agents of tyranny. All actions thus far have merely been special military operations. This galactic war on tyranny will not end until... Oh no, Guad. Oh no, the Guad is here. Will not end until liberty is safe forever once again. Do I have that still? No, I don't have that button anymore. The We Got 'em button, I don't have it. Mobilization across all sectors of the industry and economy has begun. Billions of able-bodied citizens from across the Federation have already volunteered for conscription. Volunteered for conscription. to train these eager new conscripts. Construction of massive new training facilities. Sorry, it's not even that funny, I just like the way they write. To train these eager new conscripts, construction of massive new training facilities has begun on a small number of lightly populated planets. They will be capable of processing tens of millions of citizens at once through the rigorous 72-hour SEAF basic training course. It's actually longer than the Helldivers training course, so I'm impressed. The Helldivers must hold the planets until construction of the facilities can be completed. Okay, so I actually missed this one. I think I know why it failed too, because like we had the kill 2 million bugs one back like 2 months ago, and we obliterated that one so easy. And then they gave us kill 2 million bots, and we failed that by like 500,000, I think, just recently. I think though that like, I don't think they accounted for the fact that A, there are less bots, but even so, I don't think they accounted for the fact that like, they fixed a bug like last week where they were saying, every time you killed an enemy for an objective, it counted once for every person in your lobby. So I think the reason we killed 2 million bugs at easy, or 2 billion, whatever, was because it was counting times 4. I think that's probably why we failed this one, because they weren't expecting us to. They were expecting us to like cream it like the last one, probably. So we have to control Vernon Wells, Angel's Venture, Aesir Pass, and Heath. Probably not a lot of people on right now, are there? We got 50k. We got 50k right now, and then we got 40k still on the bot planets. Oh, we need to control these planets too. Okay, we need to control Aesir Pass. Ooh. Wait a minute, what? Hang on. This is a defend. Yeah, lost all players with anything. Yeah, the player count's really low now. I think it's a combination of everything though. Like, I didn't stop playing because of the Sony thing, but I did stop playing when we won the war against the bots on the Western Front, basically. I haven't really been that into Helldivers since. I still think the game's great, but I haven't been playing it. Like, I was playing it every day before. So I think it's like a combination. I think it's not just loss of goodwill, but if they're anything like me, I think it's also just running out of shit to do and kind of like losing interest in the Galactic War after we beat the bots, and then 3 days later the bots came back with like twice as many planets. I think for some of us that probably felt like they got to do it at some point to bring the bots back, but I think for some of us probably the way they came back, at least for me, I can only speak for me, felt like, even if not in a conscious way, but just in a subconscious way, it kind of took me out of like caring about the Galactic War as much, because it's just like, okay, you know, like that's gonna happen. And I think the beginning of the bot invasion was so unwinnable looking, I just wasn't interested in helping defend it. I just, as a game, I was just like, I don't really care about the Galactic War right now, if that makes sense. It was so unwinnable because of the way defenses work, and the way the community was splitting themselves between like 6 different defenses at once. It's like, okay, we're gonna win like one of those max. Fanatics is moving goalposts hard to care about. Yeah, and they have to do it. They have to do it to bring the bots back, but maybe they brought them back a bit too quick, or just the way they brought them back. I don't know. It's not really their fault. I just didn't feel like playing as much. So people got refunded for their Ghost of Tsushima on Steam. Sony's just pissing their pants. Nice. Anyway, shouldn't Acer Pass count because we are defending it? How does this work? 36 hours, so it's going to end before the major order ends, right? 24 hours, then 12. Okay, it'll end right before the major order, so we need to beat this defense by tomorrow, 1 day, 14 hours. And then we need Heath. So that's nice. You don't usually see major orders like this where we can pick, do you want to fight bugs or bots? Heath needs more help. It looks to me like Acer Pass is easily winning. We've got that on lock. Heath needs help. Sitchin says I don't have you as a friend, so I can't join. Well, you should add me, Sitchin. Barley says defeating the boss would have been a good time to introduce Illumina or something new, but there's probably aren't really yeah even now. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. Of course, it would have been a slam dunk time to bring the Illumina, but I don't think they're ready or they'd be here. Can you imagine how good that'd be to like get people back in the game? I think as soon as Illumina's ready, they're going to launch it. All right, so let's. Do you guys want to fight bots or bugs today with me, chat? Where do you want to go? We're only doing one op, and then I'm going to freelancer, which is my true love. So pick your poison, bots or bugs. I'm going to try out the new SMG, maybe. Let me add you, Sitchin. You can come join me. People aren't flocking to join me, probably because, like me, people are playing this game much less hungry for it. Mitchell says, the war has felt whatever, and the most recent weapons don't feel great to me, so I've been taking a break. Looking for the new fashions though. Yeah, me the same. Me the same. Yeah, it's also felt kind of whatever to me too, you know. I'm gonna decide for myself what I want, bugs or bots. Maybe just some easy bugs. Bugs is usually easy, you know. I like fighting bugs. It's on Heath too. I like being back to the starter planets. This is nice. And Heath needs more help, so let's go help Heath. Now, considering no one's really joining me, I might just join some random pub lobby. And Sitchin, if you can get in, you can get in. Freeman says, in terms of debacles, was this or Tarkov's worse? Well, this is better to me because I understand how this one happened more, and I don't fully blame Arrowhead. Though I blame them a bit more than the average person. Like, I think they're great. I wouldn't, like, send them, like, nasty messages. But I think, to an extent, they needed to see this coming and do a better job, like, of warning people about the Sony thing. Like, they knew this was coming, and they really should have figured out. Like, I think very much no one figured out that it was gonna, like, ban a bunch of people around the world from playing the game. I think just no one. Because you see people be like, I don't want to talk the whole time, sorry. I'm gonna join someone. I think you see people during that debacle be like, wow, they planned this, or like they were gonna get their money and then dip, or like, how could no one have seen this coming? I think it's very
Initiating FTL
like,
jump
it was no one's job to
the
care.
Heath system.
I think people overestimate the intelligence of people and corporations and groups and companies. I think it was no one's specific job to care about, hey, when PSN account linking comes in 3 months, is it going to bar people around the world from playing where PSN isn't offered? I don't think anyone thought about that.
Coordinates locked.
Or if they did it with some suit at Sony who didn't give a shit. But I don't think anyone in Arrowhead, like, that was their job to give a shit. I think it just got lost in the panic. Tarkov thing is way worse to me because Tarkov thing is straight up greed. Tarkov's thing is just like cynical, unabashed greed and fucking over the players and treating the players like they're dumb. Yeah, I think Arrowhead's thing was more like negligence. However, that's why I said I blame Arrowhead a bit more than most, because most people are very happy to just go, oh, it was all Sony's fault. Don't get me wrong, Arrowhead are still responsible, but I think it was negligence, not malice, yeah. But negligence is still a problem. That's still their fault. They should have seen this coming, and it's sad, but in a way they do deserve to lose some goodwill from the community for that. They did not shepherd the community correctly in preparation for that, so it is their fault. I love them. I think they've made one of the best games ever, and I love the way their company works so far in how they try to provide us seemingly like good value for the player and not fuck us over. However, they fucked that up.
Helldivers to
That's just
Hellpods.
true.
Repeat.
That's their fault. They
Helldivers
fucked
to
that up.
Hellpods.
What do I want here? Against bots. I haven't played this game for ages. What do I bring? What's the support weapon? Flamer. That's what I've been bringing. They've got AT-AT. Yeah, that's Quasar Cannon. I want stamina. Steve thinks you're offline. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I am online. I don't know why. Sorry. Their matchmaking can be a bit supporting. Host trainer senator, that's right. Today, back to the grenade pistol for a minute. What was everything I got? Do I want to... I mean, I should try it. I bought it. So this thing is like a stun gun or something. It's got a little bit less damage and a little bit less fire rate, but apparently it has crazy stagger. It looks really similar. This is another reason to me they should probably slow down their Warbond pace. Like, it's giving me PlanetSide vibes, like they don't have time to make this shit actually interesting. So let's go with that, though. Yeah, absolutely, Freeman. I'm kind of done with live Tarkov for now. We might be playing some co-op Tarkov this weekend, though. Yeah, I might be doing it tomorrow, even. Okay, let's drop. Cooper says the Palmer is just better than Defender mode. Yeah, it seems that way. Like, looking at the stats, you're trading like a paltry amount of fire rate and a tiny bit of damage for... I've heard it has incredible stagger, so we'll see. Yeah, I've definitely heard that.
Go now. Requested permission. Reinforcements have been launched.
Every day is a good day to die for democracy.
I'm quite rusty, gang. I haven't played this game.
Requesting tag pack!
Allied
I haven't played this game regularly anymore. I might be bad at it. Oh, it'll come back to me. It'll come back.
Requesting advanced weaponry!
That.
Calling in orbital strike.
So BMOD pilled right now. I'm so freelancer pilled. God, this poor fucker round.
Reinforcing!
You know when you turn it down a bit? This is what it usually is, but I'm talking quieter, so I don't wait my wife.
Requested permission. Deploying reinforcements.
Stun you, right?
Calling in orbital strike.
Ready to liberate. Thank you. Northwest. 50 meters.
Super says, Beagle, I just turned into 10 Xenos bounties. Good for you.
I'm on it!
You literally can't hear me over the game. Okay, I'll turn it down a little bit for you. I can set my timer as well. Maybe that'll be a bit better for you guys, or my mic needs to go up.
Orbital incoming. I'm on it.
Just collect 1 million credits. What are you going to spend it on, or are you just hoarding it? Do you already have, like, plus gear for a fighter, or are you waiting till I bring in, like, Rhino plus gear?
Southeast. Close.
Apart from the shield, which is already in. I'll be on Freelancers soon, super after this Helldivers up, so...
Dropping a pin.
We're just playing together, maybe we can play together some. What are we doing here? Okay, we've got... codes objective to the southeast, okay. And samples over there, no one got back.
Heavy.
Freelancer's visions of 2 DMCs holding a single apple juice and 2 straws spinning for hails of bullets. Yeah, so tomorrow... So Cyclone's been doing a lot of work getting a... like, kind of bare but nice feeling, like, Tarkov co-op setup for us going. He's done... I really appreciate it. He's done, all the work. It's kind of like back when he basically took over doing all the work of, like, managing the Armor Rats group. He's basically done it again. And I'm going to benefit a lot, hopefully, because I'll try to get it tested running on my computer tonight, and then we're going to be trying this Tarkov co-op mod set, I think tomorrow I'm going to go for, if he's around. I don't know if he's got his Shavos. But one day this weekend I want to try, because I was going to do it last weekend, but it fell through, that other stuff went off. I want to play some Tarkov co-op this weekend, I'm hoping to. I guess that's easy. Easy by Tarkov? Yeah. They, well, that's how the mod advised me to do it. That'd usually be a no-brainer to be like, yeah, but it's kind of hard to like encourage anyone to buy Tarkov right now with how shitty the fucking devs are. But that is the intention, I think, of the modders who made it. You have to look into it more yourself or any other option than that.
Throwing grenade!
Steven says the AI in vanilla single player Tarkov is really, really good. Doesn't feel like it's very fun. You can just subtract. The AI is massively improved with Sane if you're using that. The number one mod you should be using if you're playing single player Tarkov is you should be playing with Solar Int's AI. I don't know what the N stands for, but it's called Sane. S-A-I-N. And that AI is insanely good. Like, it is. Solar's a friend of mine. He's an acquaintance friend. I don't hang out with him at times. I feel weird calling him a friend. Like, if I don't deserve to. But, you know, he's a cool guy. I know him. And he does that stuff, and he is super freaking good at making that AI mod. Definitely check that out. Some of you might remember Solar from when we played Stalker back in the day too, so it was also like a little bit into modding that stuff.
How about a
Dyson
nice
says, I feel like if you
double
Solar,
liver
mods can help
tea?
us in games at this point. He's a good modder. He's smart, he
Throwing
gets it.
grenades!
He's got a good hand for it, he's got a good approach to it. He does quality. I'm very impressed by Solar's modding. Basically embarrassing BSG in his spare time. Yeah, absolutely. That's true of a lot of the FPT modders. Wait for Stalker 2 and mods to rule. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I imagine that, like, it's kind of weird with Stalker 2. I'm not, like, hyped for its release. Because I imagine it's, by vanilla, just can't be more interesting to me than Gamma. Like, Stalker Gamma that we already have. It just can't be to me. Like, that's just how vanilla games work compared to heavily modded games. The community is that passionate about modding. It just won't be that interesting. But, I think once Stalker 2 has had like a year or two to cook and had the modders get their teeth into it, it's probably gonna be like way better. It's kind of like when I was an Arma 2 player and Arma 3 came out. It's like, okay, what about the mods? Why bother? You know, it's just that kind of thing.
Calling in reinforcements!
I wish success to them though. I wish success to the Stalker devs. We got behind you!
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Gamma, I feel like I've been expecting, unfortunately, yeah. But hey, I mean, you will still have Gamma to play. And eventually we'll have Stalker 2 Gamma, you'd hope. Yeah, he did, Dyson. I believe he did, yeah. Cooper says, VSGs are some good devs, though, so I'm not pooping on them. Yeah, I poop on them, really, because they have a really shitty misogynistic attitude from way back. And so they're just kind of like... But I have an easy jump on them just because politically I find them really dog shit. Beyond that, I also find them, their stance towards players kind of dog shit too over the years, so... There's really nothing I like about BSG as a dev company from what I've experienced with them over the years. I actively dislike them for pretty much everything they do. Except for the game. I enjoyed Tarkov, and that was enough. But eventually it is. This latest thing they tried to do with the Unseen or Unheard Edition, I really don't boycott games. You guys kind of know I say it a lot. I'll play it if it's fun. At the end of the day, I want to have a good experience. I tend to play shit if it's fun. But, like, what they did to the Unheard Edition is kind of beyond the pale. Like, it's just so disgustingly, cynically, money-hungrily greedy. Even in a
tower taking it down.
World and climate where that's normal and I've grown used to it from other companies. Like, I'm used to that shit, and even how used I am to it was just like, oh yeah, like, this is over the line. So, it was that bad for me. At this point, I kind of don't want to play live Tarkov ever again. Maybe I will in the future, because, like, it looks good or something, but right now, like, that just factors in. It's like Grimworld. Like, that is just like a minus... That's like a minus 50, you know, to me for ever playing live Tarkov, just because, wow, fuck that. That's horrendous. Yeah, Freeman says, Nikita called out the community saying, you're not a true believer if you're not hunting the Unheard Edition. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, he's on the fucking Kool-Aid, man. He's a fucking idiot. Nikita's a fucking idiot. The less he talks, the better the game's PR would be. Honestly, he's ridiculous.
Sending in an eagle!
Absolutely.
Northwest, 50 meters.
I'm okay. Watch this. No!
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I always gonna dive.
Come out!
Oh, you're up. Yeah, I've got your phone. Fuck. I've got your phone. Yeah, I was fishing for them. Let me know if you need me to take a break and come see you off. Let me know when you're going. Okay, just let me know.
Requesting orbital strike.
Oh. Where's my shit? Where's my shit?
Calling in orbital strike. I'm on it.
Oh, there it is. It was right on me. They killed me right on it. But I think someone might have taken my shield. Yeah, that's why I always dive after the fucking Titan. They always do that shit. Well,
Southwest,
yes.
50 meters.
That's okay. It's actually been long enough to get a new one.
Tech pack inbound.
Calling down a support weapon. Follow me.
What happened to Grimwald? What happened to Grimwald? What do you mean? My headset back. This thing seems okay. I don't know if I'd like it more against bots, probably. I don't feel the need for it against bugs. I'll grab up the sickle. I just love the sickle, though. It's so broken. It's machine gun. I love having a machine gun. Against bots, you use the, I can see the stagger being much more useful than the sickle, though. I tried this against sickle. Did you say about
Max empty.
Did I say that?
Tagging location.
Like today?
Heavy, north, 50 meters.
What do you mean, like 3 months ago I said
Orbital
that?
strike.
Log tunnel bridge requesting air support.
It's a minus 50 move bit. Oh yeah, I was just making a comparison to Rimworld. I like to play the new Rimworld.
How'd you like the taste of
It's a
freedom?
great problem to have.
New Max.
It's a super great problem to have. To not have time because everything's so fun. Helldivers is still a ton of fun.
Ending in
I'm
an
like
eagle.
vaguely paying attention to this. Didn't chat to you guys, but it's still fun.
Get some.
You just can't
Get
raise how
some.
good this game feels. And they've made a lot of good progress with the patches. That flavor is so good now. Ugh! Ooh, what am I doing? Don't dive into it. Ooh.
Freedom never sleeps.
Taking no longer in spit.
What is that? It's got a jockey. There's a jockey on that Final Titan. Did you see that? Oh, they blew it off. It was like a drone or something.
Tagging location, south.
Last time we got this buff. Flamer got mad buff, yeah.
Heavy. Southwest. On my position.
All that's supposed to be before. I really hope for Helldivers to get Snake.
Requesting air support.
I really hope for Helldivers to get on track because I love this game. Game definitely kind of
Support.
Eagle 1 returning to destroyer for
Air sample
like
fire.
it's not even that like I'm not interested in playing Helldivers, so I'm not talking about it. It's just kind of more that like the game is not challenging enough to make me talk about it right now. It's like a XP
Calling
UFO
in
light mission.
orbital strike.
Well, my wife's awake now, so I can speak now. If I'm still quiet, my mic needs to be turned up. Like, am I still quiet? Yeah, I need to really 15 weapons exactly. Right now, I just basically enjoy myself by trying to get the mission done as quick as possible, but I haven't been paying attention to doing that. Still kind of quiet. I'll turn myself up. Hang on.
Request approved.
Don't know how that happened.
Reinforcements on the way.
Let me up myself.
Reporting to the front.
Bugs, east.
Agreed, game is feeling kind of solved. Yeah, the game's very solved right now for me. Ever since I learned how to speed dive, like stealth and speed dive, the game is very solved for me. I want more difficulty, I want challenge. Give it to me harder. And hopefully not just like more enemies and higher hit points, but like actually like bring something new to the challenge, I hope. Bugs you can just hide forever. And bots I just stealth. I want more challenge. Change the game, you know? I want that. I hope for that, but how do they clatter? Fuck. Like that.
Bug tunnel breach.
Please nobody biles me while I'm sitting here trying to figure this out. Volume. Is there like a volume knob?
Sending in an eagle.
Am I louder now? Am I louder now? Does that do anything? No. What about now? Am I louder now? Yes, okay. Good? Better? Better? Okay. Right here now? Oh. Fuck! What the fuck? I didn't change the... I didn't change that. Why would that have changed?
Requesting advanced weaponry.
What about now? Am I good?
Requesting orbital strike.
My cable is fucked. I think so. Snowball. That's good. That's so weird. By turning my gain up on my mic, I changed which side my mic sounds to you guys. That's fucking weird. Still right here? What? That's fucking weird. That should not be happening. How about now? I'm gonna mono myself if this doesn't fix it.
Sending in an eagle.
Still right? Okay, fuck it. I'm going mono.
Spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
That's it, I'm mono. I'm sick of fucking on my mic. Huh! Back to helping my team. Oh, no, I got the radar! What the fuck? You fucking guys, the fucking radar!
100 meters.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Yeah, it kind of goes back into what we were talking about before. With Helldivers, where I was expecting him to, like, hopefully get a handle on, like, get the reins of their game's development.
Engaging terminal.
Where does this need to go? Is this bugged? Is that why they didn't do it? Is it bugged? And then, you know, we'd see balance, and not just weapon balance, but also, like, you know, new difficulties and stuff. And it kind of really sucks. But I think it's another casualty of their pace is they don't have time to even think about higher difficulties right now because they're so busy just trying to make the fucking game work. You know what I mean? So, like, when are we going to see higher difficulties? Well, I've lost any hope of seeing that anytime soon because the game's still broken. And I doubt they're going to prioritize that until the game's not broken. So I'm really rooting for them to, like, you know, it sucks because it's kind of like the capitalist... It's kind of like the capitalist motivation loop doesn't encourage them to do what I want them to do with the game. I don't want more war bonds to buy.
Near the ICBM.
I want them to make the game better in other ways that don't give them more money directly. Toucan says higher difficulties. How about we first get that missing enemy faction before we go that way? That'd be nice too. So yeah, I hope they can get, like, onto that soon. Speaking of going back to Dark Tide Instant Tune, Dark Tide is a solved game for me as well. That's why I stopped playing it. The Revolver really solved the game for me. It was just like, okay, this game's fucking easy now. The Revolver's so fucking busted. Yeah, you guys were there for the weekend of it. Like, as soon as I was able to, like, reliably beat the Auric Maelstroms, it was like, okay, game's over. That's just how Dark Tide works. When you don't have, like, a procedural element to your game's balancing, as soon as I beat your hardest really consistently, it's kind of over for me. Consistently, that is. Shinan says, once Dark Tide gets its weapon properties crafting rework, I might consider it. Yeah, I mean, and to me, it's just like a reason I don't play Dark Tide much, because, like, God, you guys are like, what, 2 years? Are they 2 years in now? And, like, what, you're gonna do another fucking rework because crafting still isn't good enough? Like, Jesus, like... It's just another example of a game where, like... It's just another example of a game where, like... They don't even have time to make interesting content for it because they're so busy, like, fixing the fucking game's, like, launch issues still. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not very interested in trying out another crafting rework because, like, who the fuck cares? Like, Jesus, it's been 2.5 years. Do something new. Instead of fucking refixing that system from launch again. Fuck me. Do something new that's interesting. Remember when Dark Tide came out and we were supposed to think like, oh, there's gonna be new classes. There's gonna be new fucking careers like every quarter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the melter gun's coming, guys. Oh yeah. Isn't it rework something new? No, if you're being serious, no, it is not. Not in the way I'm talking about. Crafting rework is like, okay, crafting which is in from release, which we reworked once already because no one liked it, and now still people don't like it enough, so we're reworking it again. That is not, like, new to me. New would be like, oh yeah, like, new class. New entire category of weapons. Not like a new shotgun. What new weapons have they done since the game came out that aren't just variants of existing weapons? Which is fine, but, like, it's not like you can't just do that for, like, all your content. It's not that interesting. How many weapons have come out that are brand new weapons? I think it's like the electric club for the Ogryn, which was in the launch trailers but wasn't in the game.
Southeast.
So they were just trying to get that done since launch. Falling Travels were in since the start. Nope. Mistake. Nope. Eruptor. No, we're talking about Dark Tide. We're talking about
Titan spawning.
Dark Tides. Not Helldivers. Slayer says, should I really play my modded Fallout 4 to be like a roguelike or Tarkov? Oh no, buddy, don't go down that road of like trying to make Fallout 4 good. No, down that way lies madness. Do anything else with your time. Play any other game. You won't be satisfied. You'll do 200 hours of work and you won't be satisfied. You won't be good at it, it'll be good enough. If you're really like jonesing for it, then yeah, I guess. I always found that Tarkov looking mod pack interesting. I would try it.
Engaging terminal.
But I don't know any like easy way to do it. Like I don't know. I think it would take like a while to even set up. I don't think it's like an easy just like download this mod pack like Stalker Gamma. Like I think like I don't think it's like that FO4 Omega whatever mod pack is actually like easily available. So yeah.
I'm on it.
I think you need Wallajack now. I don't know. Like I'm talking about. There's this guy with a Discord who does like this actual like. I assumed you were talking about like this actual Tarkov Fallout 4 mod pack basically, but I don't think he like releases the full pack or some shit. I don't fucking get why. Like he like links you some of the mods or something, but not all of them. And then like if you ask him about him, he's like, oh, you have to get that mod from this Discord. So it's just like, okay, well that's a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have time for that. I think it's for Patreons. Oh, there you go. Like I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna pay money to try a, especially Fallout 4 set of mods. Usually. Because it's the same reason I don't like paid mods for Ark or Skyrim or anything. We actually tried a paid mod for Ark. We have the new Ark. Me and Jam tried one. And trying it convinced me of every reason I've ever had to not like the idea of paid mods. Great idea on the servers when you don't think about it much. You're like, oh cool, modders get to get paid for it, so we get more mods. Actually, in practice, this cool mod that I might try out is paid now. Okay, so you have to pay for it, and then inevitably we try the mod out, and it is like 90% of mods. It is not professional, it is unfinished, it is all marketing, and really doesn't do anything it promises. And it's basically just a scam on the price that you pay for it. Like, it's just nothing. It's like bare bones fucking nothing. And if it was free, you would try that in like, you know, you try that for an hour and be like, okay, this mod kind of sucks, and you don't install it. But with paid mods, your only option is to be like, oh, okay. Shit, there goes my 20 bucks. It's like fucking the game dev industry, but worse. Where the aim is just get your money, not like provide a good product. Yeah, I prefer that way, Dread Carpet. I prefer tipping modders afterwards, like with Long War and stuff. Also, the reason I was super against paid mods when they were first a thing done by Bethesda is because it was so fucking cynical greedy, because it wasn't like... It was so clearly not done because it was like, oh, modders deserve to be paid. It was like, what? Wasn't it like fucking 20% split to the modder and like 80% between Bethesda and Steam or some shit? Wasn't it ridiculous? And it was just so overtly, like, fucking, you know, oh, we want a piece of that pie. I hate that shit. It pisses me off. Don't get me started. I'm gonna die to the missile, fuck. Ah! Don't get me started, but like fucking... that was disgusting to me. It's like, how much do you want from modders? They make your fucking game for you. The reason you can keep re-releasing fucking Todd Howard's Skyrim HD edition, have people keep buying it, is because modders made your game what it is and made it so enduring and popular. So that you already should be fucking thanking them for that. And then on top of that, that's not enough. No, you know what? We're gonna take some money from that too. We're gonna make that a thing we can make money off. Just disgusting. Like, hopefully you can hear it in my voice. I was fucking disgusted by that years ago when they started trying to do that. What a fucking cynical, greedy fucking move. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. There's no heaven for anyone who was involved in, like, that shallow, fucking cynical move. Disgusting. And on top of it being disgusting, it was also like built on trying to hide it behind like the good moral take of like, oh, modders can be paid for their efforts. Fuck off. Fucking robber barons. Fucking, this is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Fucking fat cats. It's disgusting. That was like what, 2018? That was like years ago, and I can still summon the same vitriol I felt when I first saw that. It's disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Ugh. Anyway, that's what I think of paid mods. At least with that right split. Barley says, did you hear about the CEO who suggested you should be able to tip game developers? Yeah, I think I remember that. But that's Suits, you know. Suits will always try to do that. Suits will always try to be like, hey, you know, give us every fucking thing you have. You are nothing to a suit, you are nothing to a corporation, but the value that can be extracted from you, whether you're a worker or a customer. You're just dollars. What am I doing? I blacked out again! The politics! Where the fuck am I? What the fuck's going on? The fucking Helldivers politics streams. How does this keep happening? We couldn't get the extract. It's not like my turn-based game streams where I can just like sit there and not make a move for an hour. In Helldivers, I'm like running around on autopilot, like like 25% of my brain is like still spent on killing enemies and dodging, and then the other 75% is just about ranting. Sorry guys. Also not sorry. If they made the game harder, I wouldn't be able to do that. They need... What the fuck is going on? They need new difficulties, so I can't do this anymore. They need to engage me again, sorry. But I still like doing like one Helldivers up a weekend, because I just think it's good to stay in touch with the game, because I love it so much.
Sending in an eagle.
Reinforcing.
Yeah, games are fun. Games still super fun.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Cyberx says Helldivers is not political, so we need to put some politics in it. Absolutely, yeah, for sure. That's a stalk, I think, right? But this base needs to be taken out.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. Far.
Carlos says this mission seemed pretty leisurely, yeah. I think my team's like taking a lot of the heat, probably. It's very easy to just kind of like bumfuck in the back while your team carries you without noticing.
You may proceed to extraction.
Bugs is kind of like that too, though, because Bugs you can just run away from.
To the east.
Bugs has been like that since launch, you can just run away from them. I really hope for the future of this game, when they get time to give higher difficulties, they mix it up with the bugs and give us some shit that can like shoot back or something, like... Oh, one sec, guys.
Calling down supply.
Enemy elite, southwest, 50 meters.
Engaging. I'll take it.
I'm out. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Calling in orbital strike. Requesting orbital strike.
Dropping a pin.
Bug tunnel breach. Requesting air support.
Extraction is available.
Tracking map. Southeast. 200 meters.
I know I'm muted. I was talking to Jam about sensitive stuff. That's why I said you guys be right back, sorry. I could have made that clearer.
Calling in extraction.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Wah, 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 wah. He's having a tangent to White Wall. No, I was just talking to my wife. Give the bugs Tyranid style flesh borers. No, some bugs, right? Like, from what I was saying before, like, don't make every bug range, because it's cool that bugs are different to bots, but here's the thing. Okay, like, realistically, what the bugs should get is some more ranged. What I would like, but it isn't realistic, is to give the bugs more ways to actually catch you. But I don't think they want to do that, and I think the community would rage, because... like, that's what makes more sense to me, so that you don't just make them into bots 2.0, flesh bots, is don't give them guns, give them more ways to catch you. So give them bugs that are faster than you more often, give them bugs that grab you and tentacle you, give them bugs that stun you and hold you down and pull you back to them. But just in general, like, bugs that are faster than you, that you can't just sprint away from, or even just jog leisurely away from all the time. I doubt they will do that, because have you guys see how much people hate the one enemy that can do that on bugs, right? What's the one enemy everyone hates the most for bugs? Hunters. And why is that? Because they fucking slow you and they're faster than you when they jump. And everyone fucking hates them. Everyone hates hunters. You know why they hate them? Because they're the only bug that can challenge you. They're the only bug that can actually non-consensually fight you. Every other bug you just walk away from. Like, okay, bye. See ya. So, like, it would be a riot. It would be like a railgun riot. If they put in bugs to, like, that could, like, out sprint you all the time, or, like, slow you or something for the other bugs, people would be so fucking mad. I would like that, though. I would like the game to be more difficult. And how do you do that for bugs without that, really, right? Like, it doesn't matter what kind of melee bullshit they can do to you, none of it ever matters across all the enemy types if I just walk away. So I don't know what they can really do without, you know... That's why I say, well, they just gotta give some bugs range, like the mortar bugs. I mean, at least the mortar bugs can scare you. Whoop, I'm getting it. No, wait until they drop! Oh, they're here, it's okay. Oh my god. You can do it, buddy. Snake says, but then heavy armor is gonna be even more useless than it currently is. Oh, rip. Yeah, it's just gonna happen though, man. I would rather heavy armor be useless than the game be kind of solved and unfun at higher difficulties. I think they can fix it in different ways, hopefully, but, like, that's a different problem. Yeah, as Kamala says, heavy armor needs vehicles. If they bring in vehicles, maybe that changes. Toucan says all armor speed should be the same until you're in combat. I mean, it's... if you think about it, Cold Snake, actually, if I think about it more, maybe not. Like, you say that makes heavy armor more useless. What if it's the opposite? Because what did I say? Like, I said bring in more stuff that can stop it so you can just kite all the bugs forever. The reason heavy armor is useless is because the best defense is you can kite every bug. You can kind of do it with the bots, too. It's kind of how the game works. I'm not saying fully take that away, because it's kind of how the game works, is you can leave. You can break contact, but everybody who's fought bots knows it's harder to break contact on bots. So, it might actually make heavy armor better if the bug meta was no longer just run away from everything. Because if you had to fight things, imagine if there were bugs that you just couldn't run away from. They're faster than you. Heavy armor becomes more useful than light armor against them. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to fight, so have the armor to fight them.
Always good to have another hero on board.
Obviously, there's nuance to that based on closure rate and
Freedom
times kiting and stuff, but still. Snake says, if heavy armor actually acted like HD1 armor and made you immune to small damages in friendly fight, it makes sense. Yeah, but how do they do that and keep the balance of this game? Like, if you could just, like, tank as much drone and hunter attacks as you wanted in heavy armor, like modify it, but not invulnerable. You can't do invulnerable, I don't think. That just fucks the balance here. Something like being immune to stagger would help too. Yeah, stuff like that would be great. Yeah. Buff heavy armor in other ways, for sure. Like, Poise, we talked about this, Sniffin brought it up. Poise from Dark Souls. for heavy armor.
Your fellow Helldivers rage against the enemy.
Crossix says, right now if you don't run away and you stand and fight, you die pretty quick in heavy armor too. I think this will allow them to spawn more warriors. Yeah, absolutely. Right now, heavy armor is bad. I think against both faction types, because running away is the greatest offense. But I like that this game is hit and run, you know, like that's good. It's good that this game is a hit and run game. That's cool. Very few games are. But, you can still have heavy armor, I think, be useful. It just, they haven't had time to balance it. I mean, they can barely balance the guns. Of course they can't balance the armor to be interesting right now, because it's more complex, it's more difficult. Maybe they'll get to it eventually, but I don't expect it. I wouldn't even expect it this year at this rate. Maybe, I'd love to be proven wrong. But yeah, vehicles, as Kamala says, vehicles is like an easy slam dunk to like heavy armor being a bit better.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Kostek says, if warriors are the ones that can damage heavy armor reliably against niche. Yeah, but see, I don't think that's a good way to balance against an AI, because AIs don't understand context very well. I just don't think that makes for a very interesting game unless it's very carefully balanced, and I don't trust them to balance that right now. Like, you say and you hear like, oh, you know, heavy armor would be protect you realistically against lighter attacks. I just hear like half the enemy roster is not gonna be able to hurt me, and that just seems broken in a way that the AI isn't gonna know how to get around. It's different for players. Players understand how to get around stuff contextually. They're smart. AI in games is not smart. It's only as smart as you can prepare it for, and I don't think they can just suddenly do that here, you know? Stamina! Well, I should see if you've got stamina, actually. I think we just made the game very cheesy. I think it's different in Helldivers 1, because in Helldivers 1 as well, like... Oh, nice, you've got it, yeah, cool. Give me the sickle back, please. In Helldivers 1, you're all stuck on one screen. So it's much easier to get caught. You routinely get caught in Helldivers 1 by the bugs. That's common. Because you run out of screen space. Because of the way you're tethered together. It always happens. And so you can't just run away from everything all the time. Helldivers 2 is very different. Like, you have huge sightlines and you can split up. So it's very easy to just not get caught by something unless you want to. So you combine that with, like, being immune to shit, and I just don't see it being a good balance.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Personally.
Get the little 10 sergeant. So, hey, that's looking drippy.
It's a very different game, you know. Helldivers 2 is a very different game to 1. You have such free roam in Helldivers 2 compared to 1. And obviously you can always run away in 1 if you're good, but it requires more coordination and better players overall. It's much easier to do it in 2. Toucan says enemies couldn't cross napalm walls, so it was pretty easy to disengage in 1. Yeah, but like, that's... Toucan, that's you saying like that as like probably a good player, probably coordinating with a team. Like, now imagine that you get in a fight swarmed by bugs, and you split up to the 4 corners of the screen. Well, you can napalm all the bugs, but then... Solo. Well, you're talking about solo, yeah, exactly. Like, if you're soloing hardest difficulty in Helldivers 1, you're not the guy I'm talking about when I say, like, the general balance of the game, right? Guy, girl, MB, sorry. Which is great, it's great for you, but it's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about the average player in Helldivers 1 had a much harder time. All I'm saying really is Helldivers 2, it's much easier to disengage. Just because you could do it in Helldivers 1, doesn't mean it isn't easier in Helldivers 2. It's way easier in Helldivers 2. I don't think that's arguable. It just is. Taika says, what if there was a mechanic like Coherency in Dark Tower where you get small buffs for staying close to the team? Cool, I don't care. So you're doing like a design, like, idea there, and I'm gonna be like brutally honest, I don't care. I'm just gonna ignore it and continue to do the only thing that matters to me, which is stay alive and complete objectives. I don't care if I get like plus 10% damage, I'm just gonna prefer living, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a band-aid on a missing arm in surgery, you know? It's not scaled to be a good enough benefit there, I think. And also, it's kind of targeting the wrong problem. To be clear, I think it's interesting to talk about. That is a design solution you're kind of suggesting there that targets the wrong problem. I don't think splitting up and having freedom in Helldivers 2 is bad. It's a good thing. You shouldn't be trying to fix that. That's good. Don't band-aid that when you're thinking about, oh, we should fix that. No, that's good. It's awesome. It's part of why the gameplay's so fun. It's an improvement on number 1. But do consider the way that makes the balance difference from Helldivers 1 to Helldivers 2. It's not a problem you have to fix, but it's something you need to consider if you're going to go, well, this is how armor was in Helldivers 1, why don't we do that in 2? Well, this is why you don't, in my opinion. But it's not a problem. I think that's an interesting... It's interesting to me, at least, the mental game of what makes someone come up with an idea like that, because it's very intuitive as people, very easy to go like, oh, that's a problem, we should fix it. Well, it's not even a problem, you know? Like, game design is very interesting in that sense, I think. I love to talk about it, because I think in that case, yeah, it's more you need to reevaluate your approach entirely there and be like, that's not a problem actually though, like, why would we want to change that? That's good. And it's interesting because you actually see devs do that a lot. You see devs, especially if they're following player feedback, because players will always say shit like that. But you see devs actually make changes based on that, where they'll be like, oh, like, you know, well then we need to, you know, nerf the free memory. No, you don't. And people do that in games all the fucking time. It's always kind of sad when you see it, when, like, it's not even that your design solution or implementation was even bad, it's just that your foundational approach and, like, thesis of if there was a problem or not was just wrong from the start, you know? Lucky says, I'm pretty sure Tide games would explode if you could split up, which is why they spend so much time preventing it. Yeah, well, also they're linear games. It's very different, right?
Sending in an eagle.
Like, splitting up in Tide games would just be someone's going ahead of someone else and someone's behind. Did I get you? I'm sorry.
I jumped over accidentally.
Calling in
My bad.
reinforcements.
No, that was my fault.
You know what I mean? The Tide games are linear. They're linear maps. They're like Left 4 Dead's. Buddy, would you stop doing that? Phil6 says, I do think the hull is easier to disengage in HG compared to 1 is less relevant with heavy armor. The speed makes it a lot harder to disengage in the first place. But you still can. I forget how that was relevant to heavy armor, but you still can. Oh, because I was saying heavy armor shouldn't be so powerful because that... Well, but that's the thing, is it's still possible though. Like, I've played in heavy armor. You can still run away from everything, it's just harder. And you have less stamina. You can still do it. I don't play light armor because it's the only way to live. I play light armor because it's the most efficient way to live and win. Heavy armor is survivable, it's just not very comfortable or fun playing that style.
Changing ice.
I'm Mo.
Requesting air
I am one man. I am not God.
Sending in an eagle.
Yeah, the one balance guy everyone hates. Everyone hates that balance guy. Oh! Holy shit! I've seen like one message from that balance guy and I kind of get it. Oh shit. I kind of get why people are mad at them because they sound a little... I probably shouldn't say that because like it's a pure gut reaction, but from like the 2 Discord messages I've seen from the person who seems to be prominently on their balance design team, they seem a bit wet behind the ears. Like they seem a little bit wide-eyed. And maybe like not so experienced with what they're doing, which maybe tracks with how the balance is in the game right now. Seems like he had some weird takes, yeah. He seems like the kind of guy, or I don't know if it was a guy, sorry, but guy, girl, MB, they seem like the kind of person who would give us green fog in XCOM, you know what I mean? Like, they seemed a bit, like, a bit odd to me on what their priorities were in balancing the game. I did not get good vibes off of what they were saying about balancing Helldivers 2.
Pull back towards, I have to throw a napalm right there.
Requesting orbital strike.
Green fog. Green fog to me, I mean, I hate it, so I'm biased against it. Maybe most people love it. Who the fuck knows? I never asked anyone. I never did a poll. The green fog to me is like a great example, at least in my opinion, of balancing that no one asked for. That's hyperbole. That's hyperbole. Because obviously, like at least one person who made it asked for it. Maybe some niche sickos asked for it and wanted the game like that. I know people exist like that. People have different tastes. But I feel like I tend to represent a bit of an everyman. I'm a sweat lord, but I think I tend to represent a pretty bit of a dumb everyman in terms of what I like in games balance. Regardless, I'm just kind of a sweat everyman rather than a sicko. But I'm still a bit of an everyman, I think, in that sense of like I like it a bit simple, and I think I generally can get a decent feeling on how like the average player might feel about a game as a result. Also from like seeing what people say about it. And Green Fog to me is a great example of like, okay, we're gonna make it so you can't just Overwatch camp, you know, the game Like, you just can't do it because we're just gonna fucking obliterate your ability to win missions. The longer the mission goes on, the longer you take. And my first response to that would be why? Why do you need to do that? Like, why the fuck would you need to do that? The game is fun. You know what I mean? Like, balance is only a thing that exists to serve fun. PvP or PvE, doesn't matter. Either way, the only reason to balance a game, to me, in like general trying to make a good video game terms, is because you're trying to make the game more fun. Who the fuck asked for green fog is then my response to that, right? So my brain's a little all over the place right now. Because, yeah, like, Overwatch is kind of the meta. For sure, like, camping, taking your time in XCOM 1 is the meta. That's why I have missions every weekend where I go over 100 turns, right? But I still enjoy the game. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can totally agree with you. Like, yeah, like, you can play this game really slow, and that's really the most optimal way to play the game in most situations. Is it still fun? Fuck yeah. I still enjoy it. I think I'm on the other end of patience. Like, I think most players would prefer not to play for 100 plus turns, but most players don't play Long War. Most players don't play with Kitchen and have to fight, you know, double aliens. Most players, most Long War missions don't go for that long. You know what I mean? Nicara says, well, they needed to do that because Overwatch camping is too powerful compared to other strategies, which I mostly mean a buff other strategy rather than nerf defeat at work. Yeah, but it isn't. It isn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, like... I'm not disagreeing that's not even Overwatch camping, just like static, slow siege play in XCOM. I'm not disagreeing that that's not the best way to play most of the time. That's why I do it. Though with Kitchen it's different. But anyway, in normal Long War and Vanilla, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that who cares? Like, the game's still fun. And you might be able to put green fog in. Hey, some people like green fog. This is just me talking. But to me, you can put green fog on, and you can fix, quote marks, the, quote marks, problem of Overwatch camping and siege, slow, cautious siege gameplay, right? Great. But now the game's way less fun to me. So I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would rather have slow play be the meta in XCOM than the game just be fucking unfun. You know what I mean? One of the reasons I didn't like timers in XCOM 2. Though they are a much better implementation than Green Fog to me.
Synchronized.
Green Fog's just fucking annoying to me. Let's do one more and then I'm gonna play some Freelancer. I think it's easy to hear what I just said and just take away from it, like, if you don't fully understand what I mean. Not like an intelligence thing, just like if I didn't explain it very well. Very easy to just take away from all that and probably just go like, oh yeah, he just likes to play slow. It's not what I mean by that. It's kind of more an interesting, I think, case to look at in learning about design, where you can look at that and be like, forget about me in that situation, and just, it's more about like, it's very easy when you're looking at game design to just go like, oh, gotta fix that. And did you actually though? Did you have to fix it? Did anyone ask you to? Did you need to? Did it make the game more fun to fix that, quote marks, problem, quote marks? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to kind of know what the fuck you're doing before you make a change. You got to know, like, actually, do I need to do that? Or is this just a knee-jerk reaction that actually no one wants? Do you know what I mean? Like, foundationally, you have to know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, if it ain't broke. Yeah. That's like a phrase that's in the same wheelhouse. Yeah, if it ain't broke. It's very easy when you're looking at games and you're trying to be a game designer or provide ideas for a game. It's very easy to try and fix shit that ain't broke. You know, it's very easy to have like a one-off emotional impulse of like, that doesn't seem right to me. And you kind of have to be able to recognize the difference between your own biases and what just felt bad to you compared to like what is actually a problem. And then you need to go a step further. Once you confirm that's the thing you want to change, you need to figure out actually what is the problem. Is it the thing that felt bad or is it an underlying cause? What actually is the thing that needs... That's why design is very interesting, because it's not just intuitive all the time, and it's not just what your feelings tell you. You gotta kind of... Your feelings are right. If you feel like something's unfun consistently, something's wrong. But it may not be the thing you feel. It may be something different that you don't recognize. You're gonna be able to analyze. That kind of shit. Yeah, exactly, Tiberius as well, yeah. Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. Green fog is like perverted to me. I get that like some people, like it's for some people. I don't know who they are though. I think they're perverts. It's very perverted to me. I do not like green fog. Just as a concept, it is disgusting to me. Hayden says I'm not really fond of the mentality gives us stuff like green fog. Never mind. No, never mind. That's probably why I like take umbrage at it. it's impossible to separate it from that vibe. Especially as someone who's spent, back in the day, spent a bunch of time in the forums for Long War and shit, listening to those kinds of people. Oh, of course it's an option. I mean, was it bundled in Long War itself, or was it just something some sickos put in? Was it like a Johnny Lump choice? Green fog? Like, is it even a thing in my copy of Long War? Or is it a? I think it's like the other mods put it in, right?
Requesting air support.
Hayden says the mentality gives us that, or the battleships of the Siege of World when the temperature is real in Long War. Yeah, like, I think it doesn't really super hurt anyone to fix that. It's always kind of like an homage to me, really. I always take, you know, respect from it. But battleship thing is kind of more harmless, but you could argue it's also the same kind of mentality of like, well, you didn't really need to fix that, to be quite honest. Like, really, but you know. I also don't decry them for that one doesn't really hurt anyone, I don't think, because like it's just patching unintended gameplay. It's fine. But see, me as a designer, I would kind of see that, and probably I could go everywhere in it, but I could also see myself just being like, you know what, like let them have that. Like, who's it really hurting to do that? It's not really a big deal for the mod's balance. Fix is more like fixing XM to fixing Bigger Rush maneuver. But see, that was good. See, that one I really like. I like the fixing the Bigger Rush maneuver because that was bad gameplay compared to not being able to do it, I think, because it forced you, if you wanted to play optimally, to do something really, like, chore-like, right? Like, you had to patiently set up, like, kind of a perfect landmine of Overwatch in a specific way. Is this Heath? Yeah, we're on Heath, Sammy. And so it's good to, like, not encourage players to do that. It made the game better. They were right to do that. IMO. Tiberius says I like will degradation, not aim degradation. Yeah, doesn't Green Fog do both? I've never played with it, for obvious reasons.
Package flight, dropping package.
Yeah, will would have made more sense. Green Fog does both, yeah. That's the stupidest part to me, like, okay. That's what made it so perverted and disgusting to me, I think. Like, oh, does your aim too? Okay, it's just like very ham-fisted, you know? Will makes more sense. I think if it had a floor, I would be pretty okay with something like that, actually. Like, other games do stuff like that, and I've liked it there in other turn-based games, where just like the longer you stay in the mission, you know, your soldiers get tired and their will goes down, basically. That's fine, I think. That would be a fine option. That's the kind of thing where if it was balanced to not be too impactful, I'd be fine with it really as a base game option, I think, where it's just like, but you can't let it go too low. If it goes low forever, it's just like stupid. Yeah, XCOM 2 has that, right, Bounty? War of the Chosen has that or something? You guys talking about Blizzard? Blizzard has a bad habit as well. This might be talking about a little bit, or a lot of bit. But I've always felt like Blizzard has a tendency to just do whatever the fuck the community complains about the loudest. I don't think they do it because they think it's necessarily a good idea for the game. I think they just do it to make people shut up, but maybe it's both. But, look out, Green, I threw an airstrike, sorry. Look at Orange, it might be near you. Didn't see you there. Blizzard, I think, has a bad habit to just kind of, like, go like, oh, everybody's bitching about this, fix it. Like, just do what they said.
Got the Helldivers right here.
And I think that's very bad with games because, without trying to sound super condescending, but it's just an easy analog. Oh my god. Jesus. In this relationship, I think gamers are the kids and developers are the adults. When you're a player, especially if you're not even a player who's even interested in like design, you've never even thought about it much, you do not have the skill to like act well balanced games. You just don't, because you're just gonna go with whatever like emotional or like poorly like kind of shallowly reasoned suggestion you have. and you're probably not going to provide a good one. Game design is really fucking complicated. It's way more complicated than it seems. Game design is like, everyone thinks they can write a book, or everyone thinks they can design a game. Because, you know, it's just having an idea. It's like, no, like, game design is not just having ideas. Like, you need to actually, it's a skill. It's a skill. You need to be good at it. You need experience. You need to know how to do it. You need analysis. Everyone can write a book, but most people's books will probably be pretty shit for their first time. Everyone can design a game, but most people's first attempts to design a game seriously will probably be pretty shit. I know mine were. But it's very easy to feel like you've got the best ideas. Also true of me in my early, you know, experiences of this. It's very easy, just like writing a book really, to be like, mine's gonna be the good one. Mine's gonna be the best. Yeah, that's not fucking true. It isn't. But unfortunately, because everyone feels that way, I don't see game designers really get the respect they deserve or the trust they deserve to be the people in charge of those decisions. Field Brennan's Crushers? Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm dead as fuck.
Ah! That was awesome. You killed like all of them, buddy. No, he didn't, but don't tell him that. It'll make him feel better.
Calling in reinforcements.
Yeah, as Banny says, it's complicated enough that a lot of the time good design is fun to actually play, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I learned that the hard way when I worked on the tactics game for a little bit. It's so easy to be like, oh, I've got this great idea for a game, and I'm just gonna like write, I'm just gonna like spend like a month, I'll just write like one design doc, right? And I'll just like write you a masterwork, a masterpiece, a magnum opus, and just like follow this Bible. Just make the game over the next 5 years, and you know, it's gonna be perfect. You can't fucking do that. Like, it's so insane. Like, you cannot do that. Like, even if you're a good designer, again, in my experience, I haven't worked for a fucking game dev company. Don't listen to me. Why are you listening to me? But in my experience, being in and adjacent around of this kind of space, often in my brain, and sometimes in modding and stuff, and talking to game devs, even if you're really good at it, you need to iterate on it, and at least I certainly do in modding. You need to iterate on it and find out that in practice something doesn't work the way you thought it did in theory. You need to. It's a super laborious, you know, critical skill, but because it's a soft skill, nobody respects it, I think. I think people are quicker to respect, like, the Chris Robertses of the world, who are ideas guys, rather than the actual kind of unknown, unsung developers who don't just give us ideas, they give us designs. They don't just give us, like, cool things, they give us, like, actually balanced gameplay. Like, implementations that make sense, both socially and mechanically. And by socially, I mean, like, in terms of how a player will react to something. I think that sucks. It's very easy to kind of, like, fall in love with demagogues like Chris Roberts. Is that the right word? With, cult leaders? Cult of personality leaders? But everybody's a fucking idea guy. Oh, shit! Or because it doesn't help that the games industry is built around propping up these celebrity producers and directors. Yeah. I try not to do it ever since I realized that, like, years back. Like, it comes up most often with XCOM because we often talk about Jake. And it's fun to a certain degree to talk about Jake, but when it gets serious, I try to remember, like, that game was built by a fucking team. Oh no. Oh no, Green. Green, get up! The game was built by a team in every way. But then, it's kind of like a balance, because also I do give Jake a lot of individual credit, because I do think he is an incredibly good senior designer, lead designer, and you can see that in the decisions of XCOM and Unknown as well. I do also think he is a massive part of that game's DNA, and as a creative lead, as like a lead designer, he made that game just super incredible the way he thinks and the way he designs. So it's a bit of both. Okay, it's a bit of both. The comment says, what's that one IGN article that's like games are often attributed to a single leader rather than a large team? Says Deus Ex's creator, Warren Spector, yeah. Ah, fucking shit! It's kind of like the Gollop thing too. Like, I think Gollop is considered a bit of a he's a celebrity game dev, right? In that sense, he's like the hardcore XCOM guy. I hated Phoenix Point. I didn't really care for Massive Chalice, and I think if you are able to mature beyond seeing games as their most famous celebrity designer meme, once I got beyond that personally, as I got older, I did see how, like, yeah, you know, probably what a lot of what I love about original XCOM could have either been an accident, like a happy accident, or maybe not even intended. He's not, I don't think he's a bad designer. I'm not trying to, like, diss the fucking guy. But I don't think he's, like, the dev messiah. Whoa! Hit that! Hit that! That people were making him out to be, and I think Phoenix Point is the truth. I think Phoenix Point is not a greatly designed XCOM-like game. I will diss that. But that's not me trying to be mean, that's just me trying to be, like, honest. Provide some actual frank criticism. You guys know I'm very happy to deal with Phoenix Point. Run green! Run green! You should see the vision, yeah. If I was gonna be... Whoa, orange. If I wanted to be mean, I would be talking about Chris Roberts more, because I love to dunk on that fucking idiot.
Calling down a support weapon.
Fucking fail-son idiot who gets way more credit than he deserves. And he's just demonstrably, like, the worst motherfucker at, like, managing people's money, investment, and, like, making a game. God damn, Star Citizen, what a fucking joke. What is that? Oh god. Jason says a phrase I appreciate that applies here, kill your idols. Yeah. Lucky Mole says the Ultra Kill dev telling his fans he had no idea how to balance the game was great. Yeah, and we've talked about this in the past, but it's the right time to bring it up again in this conversation. I tried to sum it up as players are right when they feel something isn't fun, but they're almost always right when they feel like something isn't fun, at least to them. They're almost always wrong when they tell you how to make it fun. Video game players are very good at telling you that something is wrong with your game, but they are not good at telling you why it's wrong or how to fix it. But they will always try to tell you. And that's just because it's not their skill set. Their skill set is playing games and having fun with them. That's what they're good at. Not their fault. The only time it becomes a matter of criticism, the only time it becomes their fault and something bad is when gamers don't realize that and believe that they are the people that tell you how to balance your game and that they are actually better than that at you. Lucky that never happens. Lucky no one gets death threats about that every weekend. But it's an important thing to know because, like, it's very easy to talk about this stuff and just be, like, really condescending about video game players. And you shouldn't be. I see that. I hate that. I hate that opposite attitude, too. There's, like, I started seeing it a few years ago, but there's, like, this real fucking swell I see on Twitter sometimes of, like, this dev community of, like, indie devs and shit, and sometimes non-indie devs, who are very condescending about players. Just those kinds of things are like, lol, they fucking told me, like, my game was bad. They don't even know, like, fucking how a game engine works. Like, shut the fuck up. Just, like, all this shit. I get where it comes from, because gamers can be super fucking toxic, so it's so easy to be toxic back. But it's not a good look, because gamers aren't stupid just because they aren't game designers. It's silly when they think they are game designers and then they're not. That's silly, but they're not stupid. It's very easy to feel that way. It's very intuitive to be like, I've got ideas. I've got thoughts. You know what I mean? Like it's very...
He's standing there.
It's very intuitive to be like, I've got thoughts and people should hear them. That's kind of like at least what guys are raised to kind of feel in every part of the world. You're raised, especially if you're like a dude, to be like, you should tell everyone, you're right. But it doesn't make gamers dumb or bad, they just don't know how to express themselves and their dissatisfaction of your game, right? And they don't know how incompetent they are at a certain thing. It's not really their fault at a certain point. It depends how much of an asshole they're about it, I guess. And to bring it all back around, that is why, as a dev, you have to, I think of yourself as the parent and then the kid, but also, like, don't be a condescending piece of shit. Like, when your players give you feedback, listen to it, take it seriously, but don't just do what they say, try to figure out, actually, between the lines, what's going on there. And then, you know, come up with your own solutions, because that's your fucking job. That's what you're meant to be better at than they are. Why are we talking about this? Who Who asked for green fog, people? More like, who asked for you to talk about this at length? Who is listening to this? I don't know, we got onto this because of game design. I forget. Did someone ask me about green fog? I don't know. Oh, this was like a tangent. That's right, because like someone was like, do this because of heavy armor, and I was like, hey, buddy. Anyway, don't worry. After this mission, I'll be playing BMOD, the freelancer mod that I make, so that you can tell me how bad it is. And by what I just said, I have to listen. I'm legally obliged.
Mission map updated.
There's a patrol on the other side of this orange.
Again, guys, it's not my fault. They need to make the game harder. It's not my fault. I would be paying more attention if the game was harder. It's not my fault. I take no responsibility. Obsidian says yes, B-mom. B-mom! Hey, look! I just woke up. There's like a nest here. Cool. Oh shit! I should not have run down here. Fuck.
Reloading.
Oh fuck! What the shit? Motherfucker! They're right. They're like right there. Holy shit, motherfucker! Help me! What have I got? I got an airstrike, okay.
Requesting air support.
Sergio Golf Cart says, just got here. Have we talked about the Eruptor yet? Oh, like briefly. Libix is the white man who owns the podcast. Yes, I do. I would probably enjoy that because I just do it on stream. I would never start a podcast though because I just do it on stream. This is my podcast, guys. Got scammed into it. We have a podcast toggle, and if enough people vote the podcast toggle off, I immediately have to stop talking about shit that isn't the game. I need just like a button I can hit on the stream deck that like, or you guys need to be like just spend Ratcoin to like call a vote. Podcast mode off. Did I get it all? Whoa, shit! Holy fuck! I need to leave. But I need to get all the nests. Where's the last nest? Would you fuck off, kiddo? Good boy. Where is it? Is that it? Yes. Oh, we did it.
Keep an eye on top of the rocks. I've seen a hell bomb in at least every
Burst
single
for listening to Boo Boo Loyboy. Loyboy, if you were a real fucking Chad gamer and not a fetid little goblin chatter, you would understand why I did that. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to defend your honor and tell me why I did that. And why it wasn't a mistake, Lloyd.
Northwest.
You little goblin. Too late. Toucan already said it. You will never get your respect back. Your stem was even low. It was like red! I had like red stem! I swear. Now there has to be a clip. If I didn't have red stem, my respect is gone and I am the goblin. I am the soy jack. And you are the Chad. I have to go get that base. Have we done the main yet? No.
Calling in orbital strike.
Gork says no, you just panicked, but Larky says you were out of stem. See? You guys can't even agree.
Tagging map. Southeast.
Which means
200
I'm
meters.
right. All that shit that plagues human beings, like being wrong, that ain't me. I'm not that. I'm always right.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Heavy. South. Close.
Oh, what the fuck? Ugh! Oh shit!
Changing ice.
Oh shit! I can't hear right, my headset fell off. Kind of.
Requesting air support.
No, it's still broken. Ah, I gotta sticky tape my headset back into place. There we go. Johnny Janky says, just some new armor effects would have been nice for sure. I like to imagine you like responding to what I started talking about an hour ago. Yeah, I agree.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Nice stam. Oh, I want to see that clip. Did you see that Aussie streamer's headset pop apart? You said head for a second. I was like actually really concerned. It's like, no, that sounds gross. What the fuck?
Calling in orbital strike.
Trying to get to that base.
Got him.
Okay, the blizzard is over now. I can get there.
Marking location. Southeast.
Hey, did you see that Aussie streamer's head blow apart? No, what the fuck?
Requesting air support.
Good lord, like, why would you tell me about that? That sounds horrifying. I don't know about that. God.
Bug outpost spotted.
Mods, can we get that guy? Like, what the fuck? Who would say that in my stream? Mods? Mods?
Last reload.
God, it's unhinged.
Keep running green, there's a hell bomb on you.
Out of ammo.
Is it headset? No, I know, that's the joke. It's okay, that's the joke. You missed the part where I started doing the bit in the between, I'm sorry. It's okay. It is Sammy who's like vaguely paying attention, doesn't need to like tab in. Sammy, don't ban anyone. It was a joke I'm doing. Don't worry, I don't need you. Like in general, like I need you like as a friend, I guess. But, like right now, I don't need you for like utility purposes. You can keep doing whatever you're doing, Sammy. Who I ban? No, Sammy! God, no! Sammy, fuck!
Requesting air support.
Yeah, Dark Tide does that too, Grog. It's really good. Oh, they never brought M1 back. I didn't do it because I wasn't near them, but I thought they were closer. Poor gamers.
Calling down a support weapon.
Okay, I just gotta get rid of this 500 kilo. Just throw it over my shoulder. Get rid of that. And Reon. There wasn't anyone on that, was there? No, we're fine. Yeah, stage reloads are really cool. I like them in Dark Tide too. It lets me like min-max my gameplay there. I feel like a Chad. Well, it's all I ever really want in games like that is to just feel like I'm cool.
Reinforcing.
I just want to be the cool guy who can like make my plasma gun reload 2 seconds quicker because I'm like fucking John Wick. That's all I want. I want other players to see me like whether they're in my squad or on stream and just be like, "Wow, aren't you cool?" Because I have like a deep need to be told that, I guess. I wish for respect and admiration and love, and that's why you should have stage reloads in your games, for exactly what I just said. That's
Breach
exactly
is right
the
on top of the package.
Bug tunnel breach.
just right under my design doc. Stage reloads, / emotional validation. Same feature. Oh, stalkers! No! Beagle, you knew you were going towards them on the map. Yeah, but I didn't think about it. It was reptile brain moments. That's okay. I can probably take 4 stage stalkers. Oh fuck! No! No, you're fucking not the fucking poison mushrooms. No! No! No, please!
100 meters.
Max Payne left because like I'm not paying attention and helping. Oh! Oh! Now, what if there was an enemy that was as powerful as stalkers, but they came in packs of like 8 on every mission type all the time? I think we need more of that, folks. I don't have a pistol, this is awkward. Oh, I got him, thank god. I'm out of ammo. Without a pistol, the sickle does not have what I need to keep these fuckers off me. Princess, I'm coming, I'm home right now. Well, I'm gonna be done after this, Brett,
Green,
but
come back to me.
if you want to play Freelancer with me, I'd love to have you. Everyone groans. Oh, he's talking about Freelancer again. Oh, fuck! Oh no, this is a problem. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Damn. Linky says, Beagle, if you want an additional challenge, I can join on you and hunt you. You beat me so it's not unfair. In Helldivers? Die podcast. Wait, so your idea to make Helldivers more challenging is you're gonna join my lobbies and intentionally hunt me with friendly fire. You know, that's actually almost a good idea. Don't do it though, I will ban you, but I'm like I'm within 20% of agreeing to that. Maybe another weekend. That's actually an interesting idea to make this game more challenging. You like roleplay as a bot.
Requesting orbital strike. Calling in orbital
Roleplay is like an elite bot. Oh, we have no reinforces. Last time I looked at that, we had 15. Okay, that's I gotta lock in. Shit. Okay, they don't know where to take
Have a taste of
the
democracy.
thing. I don't know where to take it. Where are we going?
Requesting advanced
Like, putting it in that thing, right? Is that the uplink? Yeah.
Attacking map.
Oh, okay, I gotta lock in. Sorry guys, I gotta pay attention now.
I'm on the objective
I don't wanna
with the
lose
SCE on a rock.
I might, but... Die, fucker. Let me over. Let's lock in. Dark Souls style invasions. Invaded by Dark Spirit. I wanna play Souls again. If you guys ever really want to get me into Souls, I need to reset my timer. If you guys ever want to really get me back into a Souls game or Elden Ring, just talk to me about invasions. I love invasions. Blinky says I will take only the worst weapons and indirect fire stratagems. What would your primary be? Tell me your primary and secondary choices. What would you consider the worst? You'd be like, I don't know what you'd pick. The scythe. You like hunt me with the scythe and the dagger. I could take that. That just wouldn't be fun for you. I could take that easy. Scythe dagger. Yeah, I don't think you could get me. Really, the only thing you'd do to make the game harder is you would drain all our reinforces. 123 to Tesla just be slot. That just sounds like a normal teammate in pubs, honestly. I've played multiple times with pubs who just 380 at my feet constantly because they think we need to 380 barrage the 5 drones and 6 hunters that are on my feet. That honestly, without a hint of hyperbole, just sounds like pubs I have played with. AMR and jetpack then hunt you from afar. That sounds horrifying. I do not like the sound of that.
Yes, SC's on top of the rock just outside objective.
I think the way it would have to work... Oh yeah, I'll go get that. I think the way it would have to work, actually, is like the snail. You are only allowed to melee me, but I'm not allowed to intentionally kill you. And you're like in light armor.
500 kilos.
You can have like a jump back if you want.
Package acquired.
Not close enough to do anything.
So if you ever touch me, you can kill me. I'm not allowed to... You're invulnerable, so I'm not allowed to stop you. And you're just chasing me the whole time. Now that sounds interesting. And there's 3 of you. No. 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 I love and hate this idea. Can you guys deal with all those big bugs? I don't want to deal with that. That looks bad. Wait, do you need me right now, babe? Can I just win the mission first, or is that cool? And I can't hear you. Okay, cool. Be there in a sec. My baby needs me. I gotta win the mission first. Uh-oh. Hey, fucking buttons.
Reinforcements ready.
Died when airstrike, please.
I'll try and land on one.
Probably won't, but it'd be cool if you would. Yay! How about we get both? That sounds fun. Oh, fuck! Okay, hang on.
I got the terminal. Requesting air support.
Fuck you! Uh-oh.
Heavy west.
I need AT on that Bile Titan. Super Riffer's on the phone. No, someone far more important than Super Riffer's on the phone. Super
I
Wife
have
is
its
on the
attention.
phone.
I'll go kite it
I need
around.
to fucking get this terminal done so I can go and speak with her.
Calling down a support weapon.
Engaging
Ah,
terminal.
shit. Great job, everyone. Good distractions.
I'm on it.
Did you guys hear it? My headset's off. I can't hear properly. Oh, there it is. I gotta duct tape that shit into this.
I got the terminal.
See, now I'm getting more interested in the game. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live forever.
Good.
This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about when you're a Helldiver. The lock-in. This is the most important part of any Helldive. The wrong way? Yeah, I did. The fucking Helldive where I wasn't paying attention and we have no reinforcements left and suddenly you gotta lock in. This is the best part of the game. Now there's stakes. Oh fuck, I'm almost dead. Shit. Oh god, quickly.
Engaging terminal.
Got it. Let's go. And that's what makes me feel good.
Now head to the extraction.
Let's get out of here.
West, 200 meters. Dropping a pin. West. Far.
Execute Operation Brave, Sir Robin. Reinforcements ready.
Reinforcing.
Good Sinickers in there. Thank you. I'm not going for sides. I gotta talk to my wife, so I'm just going straight for evac. I don't think I can get those sides anyway. With this time left, with no reinforcers, and with my current state, I would probably die going for that stalker nest. This is why the grenade pistol is not always the best choice. I need
Tagging location.
I need some.
No diver left behind.
I need a secondary for those stalkers, the DPS them down in packs. No! There was samples next to me. Too late.
Doctor's played
Not
ping
priority
pong
right
with
now.
me.
Keeper of Government says, my god, you're so cool. Thank you. I think that every time. I just only aired it to you guys now. For like the past 10 plus years of streaming, that's all I ever want. Is when I do something cool in like this, PUBG, Warzone, XCOM, I just need everyone to go like, wow, so cool.
File Titan.
Porg! Keep coming, Porg! Porg, get up!
I'm trying.
Get up, Porg, no!
Sending in an
Uh-oh.
eagle. Load.
Tagging map. Northeast. On my position.
They didn't come. That was short.
Close. Requesting air support.
Yep, get him. The way we watched him die was pretty cool. You mean where I watched Porg die, where I watched her die? Or someone else. I've watched multiple teammates die at this point. Ugh.
Calling in orbital strike.
Uh-oh. We could probably go into like the actual serious psychological reasons that I need to be such a cool action man commando or jet pilot or whatever or platoon leader. But that's another podcast. That's the next one. For now, just feels good.
Reinforcements have been launched.
Shakhtar conditioned me. It's their fault. It was not. I was like this before Shakhtar. Beak spawned. Oh yeah, the parachute. It's not even my favorite Warzone moment. It was a good one. I think my favorite Warzone moment was the final circle with the snake shots. Or probably any time I successfully flashbang someone.
Tagging location. West.
It's one of my favorite time for me was PUBG, because that was the most try-hard, look at me, look at me, look at me mom stuff. I mean, you know, for everything I've been saying, no, I mean, I enjoy the games too, but you know, I love showing off. I shouldn't tell you guys, because then anytime I show off now, we'd be like, oh, he's just doing it for attention. Yeah, I am, but give it to me. Alright, we got 2 minutes. 2 minute extraction, then we're out. Then I'll be right back, gang. And I should be back afterwards, and we'll do some freelancer.
Contact southwest.
Heavy. East.
Roger.
50 meters.
You hear that? You hear that contact southwest? That's part of it. I seen a tweet that was like, you know, the best enrichment for armor players is to compliment them on their contact calls, because, it was someone, she was tweeting like, yeah, played Helldivers like a lobby full of ex-armor players. And like, oh man, oh, your contact calls are so precise and so clean. Your commands are so sharp. Like, that's what we want to hear. That's fucking armor perverts. We don't know, we want people to just log into the stream and be like, wow, did you hear the way he called that contact 360?
Mag's empty.
Wow. Did he just say security? Oh my god. Did he say that round that round was short? Oh my god. What a guy. Me, you know, a simpleton. I would have just said the bomb didn't hit. He said that round was short. Wow, what a fucking guy. He's cool as shit. Right? That's the armor break. Short crunch. Not that kind of short. Oh, my headphone just kicked off again. That's alright, we got like 30 seconds.
Requesting air support.
Oh, frick. I hope they didn't fix that issue yet. They haven't yet, good. Steam! Banjo says, I'll be honest, I think a lot about when we were playing Reforger and I was in the middle of a story and cut myself off to call it a combat bearing. As you would. What a killer moment, Banzer. I'll be honest, I just killed that charger without looking. I just kind of like was reading chat while I was holding the flame down, hoping it would die. Oh, this is bad! Holy fuck!
Throwing grenade.
Oh, I want to live. I want to live. Let's go.
Countdown initiated. Stand by
Nice
for
one.
takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 begins.
Okay, I gotta be right back, guys. GG's. I'm gonna be in Freelancer next if you wanna join me. Thanks for the games. I'm out for now. Be right back on the stream.
Another victory for the
Be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Hey chat. Post in chat your favorite mod, go.
The Long War mod for XCOM.
That's a good mod.
Another victory for democracy.
You guys for some BMOD.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
You're doing democracy's work.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.